Hello, welcome to Pose Breakdown, where we're looking at Pashchimottanāsana today, a forward fold position. So for some people it's a really comfortable place to be, for others really not so. So firstly we'll look at the pose, and then we'll look at lots of different alternatives to make it accessible and comfortable, which is key for hopefully you. Alright, so we start with our legs straight ahead, lifting through the spine. And then as we inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky, look up, a sense of reaching. And then exhale, reach forward, place your hands. Some schools hold the big toes, some the feet, some the opposite wrist. And then let your upper body settle down into the position. Head dropped, shoulders soft. And just breathing here. To exit the pose, inhale, reach forwards up to the sky, and exhale, arms wide and down. So that's Pashchimottanāsana, and I know it's a sticking point for a lot of people, so we'll look at lots of ways of making it accessible for you. So firstly, if when you sit with your legs straight, you're not upright, so what I mean by that is if in this position you're leaning back, this is not going to be a comfortable position for you, I'm sure. So I'd suggest for you, instead of trying to struggle forward, and I'll show you some ways to make that more accessible, what might be really nice is to flip yourself 90 degrees and come and lay on the ground with your legs up the wall. I'll explain some of the benefits for this position. So shuffle in as close as you can, and then spin round, legs up the wall. You can bring your arms out to shoulder height so you're nice and open through the chest and the shoulders, and have your legs here. So in this position, one huge advantage is that your back is supported. You haven't got to try and reach forward. You're lovely and supported and getting a deep stretch along your hamstrings. The closer you get into the wall, the more it'll stretch. So if this is too much, come a little bit further away. Alright, so this could be a really good position for you to relax and release into. Alternatively, if you prefer to stay sitting, or if you haven't got a wall with space to put your legs up, you could sit on a cushion. So as soon as you sit on the cushion, that changes the angle, so you might find this is more comfortable for you. Secondly, you could try popping a cushion under your knees, and I think you'll like this one. So bend the knees, pop your cushion underneath, and you can have as high a cushion as you want to soften the knees, and then see how that feels. So here you may find you can relax forward a little bit. So wherever you are, that's fine. Let your head drop, shoulders soft, nice and relaxed in your position. It's all about being comfortable. So if you're quite comfortable in the forward fold, but you find it too intense to stretch your arms up, or your back's a little bit achy, I suggest then, instead of reaching up, you slide the hands forward. So easing down, take your time, it's a much slower. And I like to come in this way, even if this way feels comfortable. I still like to sometimes come in, because then you can have a little stretch this way and a little stretch that way. Take your time, really open up the back gently. Easing down, lift this way, lift that way, and then you can find your position. It's all about being comfortable. I can't say that enough times to really, to me that's the crux of every pose, is to be comfortable. Your comfortable edge, so you're challenging yourself, but you're comfortable within that challenge. Alright, so I like to slide my hands down, ease in, let the head drop. So rather than holding feet or holding toes or holding wrists, I like to have the hands nicely relaxed to the ground so I can feel everything soft and easy. You might also like to adopt the yin way of having cushions on your front. So I know this isn't a very high cushion, but you could have lots of cushions piled up, and then you can rest your upper body onto it. Rest the cheek to your cushion. So you're supported and you can relax into Pashchimottanāsana. Alright, and it's all about the breath, of course. How could I almost forget the breath? So when you're in the position, as you inhale, have a sense of lengthening through the front body, a sense of opening through the chest. So inhale as you extend, and then exhale, soften. And that's with each breath. Try that. Inhale, extend, exhale, soften. Inhale, extend, exhale, soften. So really sink into the pose. I know often in classes we stayed 5 breaths and had the yoga pose, something like that. But you can stay here much longer. If there's something you want to work at and become more comfortable with, stay. Just stay for as long as you feel you want to, all right? And if you're laying with your legs up the wall and you think this is a bit boring, I'm not going to stay here very long, have some music playing, read a book, so proper cushion on your chest and read a book so you can stay and release and let go and really make friends with the pose. I think once we make friends with the pose, they just seem to unfold in a completely different way for us. Alright, so I hope that was helpful. I hope you find a nice way to relax in your forward fold, release tight hamstrings, or just enjoy being in that position. Alright, thank you for joining. See you next time. Namaste.